Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome to your July monthly reading. And we have a lot going on this year, so I'm including a high-level Astrological Zen-ergy monthly overview of the planetary energies that Spirit wants to share. Also have some intermittent videos here and there throughout the months talking about the different astrological energies and how to maintain the most zen as we ride those astrological energy waves. And this tarot oracle card reading that we're going to do is for wherever this zodiac sign appears in your chart, whether that's your sun, your moon, your rising sign, your Mars, your Venus, wherever. So here's a quick reference of what planet generally rules over what area of your life, so you can see where this reading will most impact you. And you can actually, choose the zodiac sign for whatever of those areas and get a lot of detail. These monthlies are normally out a couple weeks before the beginning of the following month, so you can make the most of those astrological energies. Alrighty then, well, let's take a look at the Astrological Zen-ergy for the month of July. Let's start by looking at the energy that we're coming into the month with. We talk a lot about retrogrades, and the outer planet retrogrades impact us generally and our entire collective, where the personal planets, when they're, the closer ones, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, more impact us on a daily basis more extremely because they're closer to us. So we talked about launch time last month, which is a great time for launching new things because those inner planets are in a beautiful, they're all direct, and so they're not in retrograde, challenging us, launching things out into the world. So the incoming tide, though, is changing here this month as Mercury goes into its pre-shadow on July 17th. So that's kind of the date that we're like, all right, things are going to start to become a little more challenging to launch, and they'll be short term. And we'll talk more about that in, throughout the month too. So Pluto and Saturn are in their retrograde coming into the month, and Uranus is in their pre-shadow to their retrograde, which means we're already beginning to experience the energy of their retrogrades, but at a less intense level with the pre-shadow. I do have Zen-ergy videos already for all of these retrogrades and general information about retrogrades, just how they work and to make the most of them. If you want to check out my Astrological Zen-ergy playlist, I have that listed in the description box of the video down below, and it'll also be linked at the end of the video. I also have videos about Neptune, Chiron, and Mercury retrogrades included in that playlist, which have all of those three listed. And I plan on having an additional video about the Jupiter pre-shadow and retrograde by the end of June or early July. So keep an eye out for that as well if you'd like to prepare for that energy. All right, so on July 2nd, Neptune goes into its full retrograde. It had been in its pre-shadow since March 11th of this year, and it will be in retrograde in Pisces for a little period of time until December 7th when it starts going direct, and it'll be in its post-shadow till March 28th of 2025. Like I said, we covered the impacts of this energy in the video for the pre-shadow, so check that out for details on how to ground yourself for this powerful spiritual energy. As I mentioned, links to the playlist are down below and at the end of this video. On July 5th, we have a new moon in Cancer. So when the moon is in this cardinal water sign, it's when she's at her most nurturing. Mother Luna rules over the sign of Cancer. So the themes of home and family and children and mothers and mothering take center stage. We're more likely to express emotions outwardly as well. We might have a renewed spark to take care of others, whether that's cooking or cuddling or some other form, and most likely in our own love language, whether that's words, touch, time, service, or gifts. So we can, make sure that we're giving love in the way of other people's love language, not our own, but we're more, likely to give it in our own love language. So make sure to check out the Pick a Card when it comes out the week before the new moon, because I'll talk about how to make the most of the 10 new moon wishes. And then on July 15th, Jupiter enters its pre-shadow retrograde, and it's going to be in that pre-shadow until it goes full retrograde in Gemini on October 9th. And it's going to be in there until February 4th, when it goes direct, and it'll be in its post-shadow period until April 30th of 2025. So energy is going to be with us for a little bit. And this Jupiter energy normally nudges us to be outgoing, idealistic, and forward-thinking, but when it goes retrograde, we're kind of cosmically drawn to some intense introspection. And as I mentioned earlier, I plan on having a video out late June, early July on this energy, so keep an eye out for that video posting. And then on July 17th, Mercury goes into its pre-shadow for its retrograde. And, Mercury goes into retrograde 3 to 4 times a year. And we're in retrogrades like half of our life anyway. So it's just good to be aware of how to use the most of this Mercury retrograde energy, because there are some positive things, which we'll talk about. And that I mentioned in a previous retrograde video with Mercury, which is... Yep, it's in the playlist. So the link at the bottom and at the end of the video. So anyway, we start off in Leo, Mercury in Leo with the pre-shadow, and it actually dips into Virgo a little bit. But then when we go into retrograde on August 4th, during the retrograde, it goes back into Leo until it goes direct on August 28th, and it'll be in its post-shadow until 9/11 of 2024. Then it'll eventually get back into Virgo. The Leo fire energy, with this Mercury being over communication, it makes us want to communicate specifically, leaving no room for doubt in what we're wanting. And when it dips back into Virgo energy, we go into a grounded, earthy energy, but with a logical and rational emphasis on our thinking and communication. But we don't stay there too long. It's just July 26th to August 15th is when we're in the Virgo, and then, of course, we go out of that into Leo. Then on July 21st, we have a full moon in Capricorn. Wait, Bretta Zen, wasn't the last full moon in Capricorn already? Yep, it sure was. You are right. Sometimes the sign of the full moon can repeat 2 months in a row. Because this is the moon at her most organized and practical and businesslike, maybe we were wanting to get stuff done this month. Who knows? But we'll continue to double down on doing the work and focusing on our future goals, organizing, and tasking. We'll maybe have this desire to declutter and organize any area of our lives that feels kind of scattered, disrupted, or disorganized. Some great energy to get her done, you know what I'm saying? So make sure to check out the Pick a Card for this full moon that will come out about a week before, as this will also help making the most of the release energy of this full moon. And then on July 22nd, we enter Leo season, so happy birthday to all you Leo sun babies. So Leo season brings an opportunity to grow greater confidence, playfulness, and to roar about what's in our heart. So the sun rules over Leo and oversees our self-image, our confidence, our identity. So it's not a surprise that Leo season encourages us to foster and embrace your sense of self. We can find new ways to process emotions through enhanced self-expression, igniting us with proactivity and optimism to strongly seek our dreams. I create a Pick a Card around each sun season, and I include a bonus 3-month forecast for the sun babies for that season. So for all you Leos, check that out. And for anyone that was in Cancer sun sign, make sure to check out the previous Pick a Card as well. And then you can see what comes out. It usually comes out about a week before the Leo season actually starts on July 22nd. And then July 23rd, Chiron goes into retrograde. It's been in its pre-shadow since April 2nd. It is, in Aries as it goes through its retrograde, and it'll go direct on December 29th of this year, and it'll be in its post shadow until April 21st of next year. And yes, I have a video for the Chiron retrograde, as I mentioned, so be sure to check that out and see how to make the most of this wounded warrior energy. All right, so those are the energies, the basic energies that I felt led to share that we will all face as a collective. But as always, depending upon your individual birth chart, it'll impact us differently. We are all amazing soup that has flavors that are activated differently when they react to the astrological energy that trickles upon the earth. So, just be aware that it does impact us all a little differently. Alrighty, well, let's see what Spirit wants you to know through the Oracle and Tarot card reading. And here's all the decks that I'm going to be using this time. What I do is I take a tarot deck. In this case, I'm going to use the Arcanus Animal Tarot. And I split up the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana. I'm going to use the Archangel Oracle along with the major arcana to get the overall energy for the month. And then the minor arcana will use these four others to find out the different areas of our energy and our earth and energy, actually earth energy over here, our mind and the emotions. So we will go through all of these. And so if you're interested in any of them, you know what they look like. I'm not affiliated with any of them, but I know when I see readings myself, that's why I end up with so many decks, because I love all of them. All right, let's find out what Spirit wants you to know for your sign. All right, Capricorn, this is your reading for the month of July, and we'll start off here by pulling from the major arcana, get the overall energy, and of course you have your full moon happening this month, so you should enjoy that. You'll be able to handle it a lot better than most, but just make sure to check that out when that appears during the month too. So let's take a look here and see what the overall energy is that Spirit wants you to know for all you Cappies. So Capricorns, what's the overall energy that you want them to be aware of? Okay, here we go. And you have the Chariot. Wow. So you got a lot of victory, a lot of movement, a lot of power of choice that's going to be coming forward here for you. All about the stories, choices, the mental choices that we make in each moment, the emotional choices about how you want to feel, the energetic choices, what you're putting out, what you're drawing to you with like, attracting like, and then of course physical action, what choices you're making going forward. So I like the victory, I like the movement, a lot of choice. So it feels like you're going to have a lot of choice points that are coming up for you to decide. So I like that. Let's see here what Archangel wants to accompany you with all these changes that are coming in here. So I feel like it's this one right here. And you've got Metatron, Heaven on Earth. So very much a mental type of angel, which we'll find out here, which Capricorns are big thinkers, right? Your current situation is in alignment with your mission on Earth. So heaven to earth. It's like the decisions you make are heavenly decisions. It's like the higher vibrational choice is lower vibration, which is what each moment is. It's very simple. Every moment is a thought, an emotion, an energy, an action of higher vibration or lower vibration, heaven or earth. So I like that. Let's see what else Metatron wants to tell you here. So Metatron, which means the throne next to God, is said to be one of the youngest of the archangels, alongside his twin brother Sandalphon. Kabbalistic texts support the idea that he once lived upon the earth as Enoch, and his brother was Elijah, Sandalphon, who was a prophet and the great-grandfather of Noah. As an angel, Metatron is guiding this age. This powerful archangel governs the sacred sciences, helps us understand the interconnectedness of all things, and is supporting us as we enter an age of awareness and growth. And when Metatron comes to you, it's because you're part of a powerful shift that's unfolding on the earth during your lifetime. So proceed, keep going, and don't give up. There is a sacred bridge of light between heaven and earth, and that bridge is you. Your life hasn't happened by chance or by accident. You have been chosen. The divine has recruited you to fulfill a great mission that will bring healing and change to planet Earth. You might feel you're on a roller coaster and be unsure if you should continue or not, but there's a karmic alignment occurring, and therefore what you are facing and pushing through now is absolutely in alignment with your mission. Energetically, there is a cleanup process unfolding, so it might feel a little bit messy or overwhelming, but trust that you're on the right path and your angel team is supporting you and your mission. And if you're ready to take the next step on your spiritual path, let the angels know loud and clear, and they will begin to lead the way like a spiritual GPS from within. You have a calling. Respond. The earth needs you. The power of choice. Will you respond? Yes. Movement, victory. I love it. So very strong energies here for you for the month of July here for you, Capricorn. So putting in the work, helping balance, helping clear up the energies too. We'll find out more here. Let's dive in to the four suits of the minor arcana. The first one is energy. It is the element of fire. It is the suits of wands, which is all about passion, drive, ambition, spiritual energy. And so we'll see what Creator and Spirit want you to know about your energetic experience in the month of July. So for Capricorns, all right, here we go. And you've got the Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's time to be seen. This is like the sun shining bright, not asking permission to shine, not dimming the light, but being the light and not worrying about defending what you're doing and your actions and where you're headed, that you're living your life purpose. So, you don't have to worry about any of that. This is all about not needing to defend. People that feel low about themselves may say things, why are you doing that? Blah, 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 blah. Who do you think you are? Whatever. But this is because they have a lower vibration. They're on a lower self-worth, lower self-love. And that's when they attack. When other people seem to be shining bright and they're dark, you're making me look darker, so I attack you. And so there's this clarity that comes in. I like this, that you don't have to worry about defending all that. Shine bright, basically. We'll also pull here from the Divine Guidance Oracle, which are fractal imaging. I call them spiritual ink blot tests. And because whatever you see in the picture is going to be something for you. And then we'll read from the book from the author, Shirley Harnish. She's got her own YouTube channel if you want to check her out too. She does great readings with her 3 decks of cards. Very beautiful soul. And so we'll see what you see, and then we will go from there. All right. Sorry for the glare there. Let me just show it to you there. So card number 36. Love the vibrant reds in that one. All right. And this is called Self-Talk. It says this is a high energy card, and it is directly related to how you're treating yourself. Note how the teeth inside the mouth point inward in the image. Your guides are telling you that it's time to work on being kinder to yourself. It is important that you become aware of your self-judgments and inner dialogue. It's time to start consciously talking to yourself as if you were your best friend, using kindness and compassion. You do this for others, now it's time to do it for yourself. Yeah, such an important energy as you are standing up for yourself. This is about your worthiness, and that, you feel like, I can do this, I can be this, I do accept this, because if you're like, who am I to accept that kind of invitation from the heavens? It's like, well, you know who you are. Shine bright, beautiful one, shine bright. I like that. And then we'll move into the earth element, which is the only element that's the outside world. It's the suit of pentacles. Everything else is about the inner world, our energy, our thoughts, our emotions. But this is about everyone else on stage with us, other people, our bodies, the physical world. So this is going to be what Spirit wants you to know about your physical adventure. It's your element. You are an earth sign, Capricorn. So this is your energy. Nothing to fear here. Yeah, and you have the Five of Pentacles. Here we go. There is this theme of, this is the card of transformation from lack, from feeling left behind out in the cold, less than. Here we go. And seeing yourself in a different light, seeing yourself as worthy, not, defining yourself by the outside world, but defining yourself by who you are inward and upward. The vision, if they would say that if you could just see through their eyes how beautiful and wonderful and perfect you are, then you wouldn't even have to deal with anything like this. But the humanity that we've experienced does bring us into this, need to repair and transform our self-esteem, right? And that's what all this is about, is really seeing that that's lower vibrational choices. You can see yourself from a higher vibrational. We'll also pull here from the Earth Magic Oracle and see what else we have here. What else do they want you to know about your physical adventure? But see yourself in a different light. And there is some healing and some transformation that happens with all of this, with the experiences you had that gave you that voice in the head, that doubting voice here. Yeah, I love it. Clouds and shape-shifting. So you are shifting the shape of how you see yourself with all of this. So I love the clouds coming in here for you. Let's see what else they bring in here. So when tiny droplets of water or frozen crystals are surrounded by billions of other droplets or crystals, a cloud is formed. Each of these tiny droplets diffuse and scatter light so that the tops of clouds are white, then fade to gray toward the base. The nature of cloud formations affects our mood as well as the temperature on the ground and in the air. Their shape, movement, and coloration tell us what weather to expect in the near future, and they nourish our visual hunger during breathtaking sunrises and sunsets. Most of us have had an opportunity at one time or another to notice the shapes and forms clouds take as they drift gently or boldly across the sky, constantly shifting and changing, adjusting themselves to the requirements of their nature. When we take time to simply observe, we can see the cloud people, images that are elegant collaborations between nature and our imagination, right? What do you see in the clouds? The message that comes says, in both subtle and more dramatic ways, you can shape-shift by your choice of clothing, hairstyle, adornments, and even mannerisms, such as facial expression, gestures, and the way you walk. By adjusting these along with your internal attitude, you can actually display different personas. When you experiment with these variations of self-expression that are not how you ordinarily present yourself, others will react to you, depending on the degree in which your persona contrasts with the one that they're most familiar with. Here's that defensiveness and how people notice this change within you too. Be like the clouds as you try out different forms, stretching your limits at times, willing to move and adjust as necessary. Lift your head up, square your shoulders, and stand tall such that your chest and heart open to the world, and note how this feels. You may feel vulnerable at first, but stay with it. Then let your shoulders fall forward slightly, pull your chest inward an inch or two, let your head drop a little bit. Observe how that feels, right? You already know how that feels. Experiment with contracting your aura, your energy field, then expand it as far as you comfortably can. And by this kind of shape-shifting, you can consciously choose your expression into the world. Just remember who you are at your core. There you go. So, power of choice, seeing yourself in a much bigger way. And then we move into the element of air, the suit of swords, which is your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your expectations, your communication, your wisdom, your knowledge, your higher education, all of that. So let's see what Spirit wants you to know about your mental adventure during the month. Like I said, Capricorns are big thinkers. So let's take a look here and see what they want you to know here for Capricorns. Their mental adventure. There we go. Yeah, the Three of Swords. So here's the heartbreak, the fear of disappointment, the fear of not being enough, right? So all of that is coming in here. It's this work. You know, you're a Capricorn, you're a Saturn energy. You like doing the work. You like getting to the nitty gritty. You like questioning these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets of lack and smallness and of being attacked. And it's like, you know, there's this huge transformation that's happening in the month of July here as you're faced with all of these former beliefs and things that had happened from the past that you learned from, and now you're transforming what you learned from all of those. And let's see what more here through the numerology guidance cards. What else they want you to know here about this mental adventure? What helps change these mindsets? All right. Yeah. Compassion for yourself. Master number 99, one short of 100. So I like that energy coming in here because it is about, not listening to that negative self-talk like it mentioned here. It's having the compassion, having yourself look at, not worrying about these small t truths that are, rooted in fear. They're human opinion. They're not real. This power of choice. You get to choose the story. You get to choose your actions in the physical world. You get to choose your energy. You get to choose your emotions too, which we'll look at next here. Let's see what they wanted you to know here with compassion. So this card indicates a need to be kind and compassionate towards others, especially those who extend beyond your family and your circle of friends, whether it's the ill-tempered clerk at the supermarket checkout or the homeless person on the street. You're being urged to look beyond your judgments to see what lies beneath. There's a lot of truth to the saying, don't judge a man until you've walked a mile in his shoes, for how could you possibly know the story behind another's life? And by drawing this card, you're being encouraged to open your heart and your mind to see others through the eyes of love. Every time you feel someone else's pain, as it were, your own, you raise your personal vibration and the vibration of the world. When you show kindness towards a stranger, you are living as your higher self. And when you're understanding and loving, you align yourself with the divine. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to show compassion towards others. And as you broaden your understanding of others' cultures, personalities, and points of view, you increase the potential avenues to making your dreams come true. Observation without judgment is the key to success. Your affirmation, I am compassionate towards others and attract the same in return. Yeah. Be the compassion, right? And then the last suit, of course, is going to be the suit of cups, which is the element of water, which is all about the emotions. So this will be what Creator and Spirit wants you to know about your emotional adventure in the month of July. So what would you like us to know about this July, right? I think it's this one right here. And you got the King of Cups, balancing of the head and the heart. So, great energy that comes in here because this is like this compatible energy that gets along with like everybody because we are able to share love and communicate our emotion while also being intelligent. And then we're not so in our mind that we don't express our emotion, and not so emotional that we're emotional wreck and can't express our mind. It's a beautiful balance that comes in between the two. It's like Jesus energy. It's Christ energy, Christ consciousness, where someone's very compassionate and, and I like that kind of energy coming in here for yourself and for others. And we'll look here at the Celebration of Love Oracle. And this can be more about your emotions, but it's also the final card for your reading. So this also represents it's like a wild card representing the anything else that Spirit has for you here. So a card comes flying out here. Life Force, beginnings, yes. Shazam. So you definitely have this brightness, this light that's coming forward, and you are being called forward to see things from a different perspective here, and to be this brightness, help people. As you experience this transformation, you're able to give it to others too. And this image celebrates the life force within a seed, and also to look at our thoughts as seeds. It calls us to acknowledge this powerful force that births new life into being as the old falls away. Be mindful of your thoughts. Release an old issue that has burdened or threatened you. The old seed pod or situation must fall away so that the new can come into being. Embrace good change in order to receive the positive outcome that already awaits you. The special message says, necessary change and transformation are lining up in your life, and you're being inspired to release the past and all that is keeping you tethered to this situation that's falling away. Break free and be free. Yeah. So we definitely have this change of lower vibration to higher vibration by choice. I'm choosing my energy. I'm choosing my actions. I'm choosing my thoughts. I'm choosing my emotions. You're stepping into this power. And so you came down here to experience lower vibration, but you're like, I've had enough of that. I'm tired of doing what I've always done, getting what I've always gotten. And there's a huge transformational energy that's happening here in July. And because you're doing this for yourself and experiencing it for yourself, that's how you can also help others with it too. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that is what they have for you, almighty Capricorns, for the month of July. And if you're looking for more messages of love from above, there's a few things that you can do. First of all, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. That does tell me that you enjoy the content, but it also tells YouTube that you are, and it'll bring more of that similar content. Other thing you do is click that subscribe button. That does give you access to the notification bell. And if you go in there and hit the all setting, then you'll be notified when any new videos come out on my channel, as well as when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. In addition to all of that, you become part of the love tsunami when you either like, share, comment on anime videos, subscribe to my channel, even becoming one of my YouTube channel members. Doing any of those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, crazy, happy, excited, wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm ever so grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings and other services. All that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful soul, as you're going through this journey, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love to you. Hang in there and take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.